This means you're passionate about reading. I can press spacebar! The least I can do is listen. Hi again, Theredmagekro. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, bro. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here just to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Well, at least she thinks so. So that kind of... Why are you blushing? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys! Crow always gives it his best so long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting! You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I may be a little jealous. How come? You and Crow can become good friends too. And she's playing with her hair, that's cute. Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Huh? Me? Of all people, me? Crow? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Yuri made it sound like a big deal. It's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's me to the rescue in this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So it's a nice gesture from you. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? No, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Well, she is cute. But I'm still worried about you being the closet pervert. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is always buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crud! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her books. Okay, I'm starting to think that, like, me writing that poem made this event happen with Yuri. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah! Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah! That's not what I meant! I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eye over the back. Well, the book's title is Portrait of Markov. Markov. That sounds vaguely familiar. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts falling apart. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, so I totally forgot Yuri's into those sort of things. Which is bad! You shouldn't, I mean... Somebody who likes horror stories. Gosh dang it. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well... I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. Can I press spacebar? That just means you're passionate about reading. I can press spacebar! The least I can do is listen. It's the literature club after all. Ah! That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. I'm starting to feel like maybe doing voices would differentiate who's speaking. I am going through this fairly fast. But I'm not much of a voice person. At least not anymore. Hahaha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive. Ooh, I like that word too. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. This is something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I don't think anybody! Hey, if you're in a classroom, you're not necessarily reading the textbook next to someone. If you're enjoying a book, you're normally not enjoying a book next to somebody else who is enjoying a book. I don't think anybody would be used to that. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. Ah! I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. This is cute! But in holding it like this, we'll hold it even closer together than before! It's actually kind of distracting me. I feel like there should be some mid-commentary in here, but now I'm a little engaged. Which is bad because I totally forgot about everything. You know what? Let's stop worrying and just like... Well, let me stop my worrying. Because I've been worried, like, since I started this, about the beginning of what's been warned to me. But it's not going to start at the beginning, so there's no use in worrying over it. Are you ready? Huh? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. I don't think she had that smile before. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's moving! We continue reading. You no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished with the page before me, so I turn it at my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like it's an intimate exchange. Okay, but why though? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Okay. Okay. Okay! Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But, Crow, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? That's a weird place for you to come in, Monica.